Alright, so patch notes for Tekken 8 version 1.05 have officially dropped as of this morning, and I'm doing this video to overview just the little bits and pieces of the list that I'm interested in personally. If you guys want to check out what's going on in the list, I'll leave this, the patch notes link in the description, but I'm going to be looking at characters that mostly just the overall changes for the system mechanics, which we're looking at right now. And then I want to know the changes for my main characters, Kazuya and Deviljin, the characters that I dabble with, Steve, Reina, Zafina, Raven. And then I'm going to look at the problematic characters. And besides that, we're not really looking at anybody. So let's see what we got. A whole bunch of shit that doesn't really matter, all up above here. This is where things start to be interesting. So we got destruction stage type stage gimmicks, so wall breaks and all this shit, hard wall breaks, blah blah blah. So the damage from these things, like, I don't know, wall blasts or floor breaks, balcony breaks, this type of shit, recoverable gauge when triggered or an effect that reduces the opponent's recovery, the amount of this reduction has been changed from 20 to 15. Okay, so your gray health, how when you would smash through a wall or break a balcony, it would take a bunch of your gray health away. Now it's going to take away less of your gray health. So you'll still be able to recover a lot more of your health back due to this change. So that's cool. No big deal. Explosions and shit have been reduced from 10 to 5 damage. Good. Stage gimmicks involving walls. Yeah, so floor blasts and shit are going to be, wall blasts, all this stuff is going to be reduced for damage. So that's great to see that. We didn't need as much damage as those things fucking currently deal. 10 damage on top of 10 unscaled damage on top of the combo damage that you're already doing, on top of the fact that you get an extended combo after the explosion. Like, that was just ridiculous. So I'm glad that they've changed that. That was unnecessary. Combo damage for scaling for the following stage gimmicks involving walls. Okay, so when you do a wall break, things are going to be adjusted a lot more in the combo. The damage scaling has been greatly reduced. Damage scaling after the first use in the same combo has been changed from 90 to 70%. So you're like 1 or 2 hits into your combo and you break the wall, or you blast the wall or whatever, and it'll do, it does 90% damage right now. So it'll do, like, if the wall blast does 10 damage normally, and you're 2 or 3 hits into your combo, and then the wall blast happens, it would do 9 damage. Now it's only going to do 7 damage. That's if you're 2 or 3 hit, or if you're 1 or 2 hits in. Now if you're, or 1 hit in. This is if you're 2 hits in, it's going to do 6 damage. This is speaking just for wall blast, just to break it down for layman's terms for people that don't get what's going on right now. And then after the 3rd hit of your combo has been placed in the combo, and then you blast the wall or break the wall, it'll do 5 damage. So it's going to scale to your combo now. So that's fantastic. Rage art fixes on a recoverable gauge restored when hitting a rage art has been standardized to a uniform amount across all characters. Will now recover 1 on the first hit and 13 after the final hit of the hit animation. Okay, interesting. Fixed an issue where characters would exhibit unnatural movements when a rage art didn't. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter. All that shit's irrelevant. Heat burst. Reduce the tracking ability, so we can sidestep heat bursts now, potentially. Against opponent sidesteps, this change allows heat bursts to be sidestepped in situations where, oh, it's fucking so sick. Alright. The appropriate direction and timing for sidestepping will vary depending on the characters used. That is fucking cool, man. So heat burst. Now we have to lab each character's heat burst and see which way to sidestep. I guarantee Kazuya is still going to be sidestep left for his heat burst. But hey, great shit. This is already a massive change that really needed to happen because heat burst is currently homing. And this is about to change that. Removed reversal break attribute. Okay. Not a big deal. Hit burst strike damage can no longer cause a KO. That's fucking awesome. That was so stupid how that worked a lot of the time. Even when I won from heat burst, it's just it's like okay, what's coming next? Oh, you're about to press a button, you lose. Guaranteed. Just KO, bitch. I don't know, that's really silly. On one, just because of one semi-hard read, you get a KO for free, essentially. It's just more dumbed-down gameplay that we don't need in Tekken. So, Reduce the damage, or sorry, the distance to the opponent on hit, which is great, because if you hit them with the heat burst, now you have better chance of follow-ups. Change the opponent's behavior on block, reducing the distance to the opponent. So on block, it's also, opponent's behavior on block. We'll see what that means when the patch drops tomorrow, but yeah, this is fantastic. These adjustments facilitate more aggressive actions, considering that there's fewer options to counter opponents aiming to turn the tables with Power Crush or Heat Burst. So essentially what this change does is you people that love to spam Heat Burst to get out of jail free, because you don't really know what the fuck else to do in certain scenarios, you're going to have to find some other option to deal with that problem. Like, I don't know, learning the fucking game of Tekken, for example. So, great. This is getting rid of a lot of scrubs. I'm sorry to be a douche and say that, but it's true. A lot of scrubs will take full advantage of the fact that Heat Burst is ridiculously broken right now. And they're about to change that, so you guys are going to be able to take a lot less advantage of that now, and you're going to have to learn how to play the fucking game. So good. Heat Dash. Collision detection for the opponent and the wall has been adjusted, alleviating the issue where the positional relationship would become strange when activated near the wall. Okay. In other words, they've gotten rid of the wall stagger property, so it's not going to be plus 18 on block anymore when you're against the wall. It's going to be just a standard plus 5. Which is already fine. There was zero reason for it to be fucking plus 18 on block at the wall and guarantee literally any mix-up of your choice after they've already blocked your heat dash and taken chip damage. Added chip damage because of the wall stagger. It adds more damage on top of that, so great change. Heat dash performed at the wall on the right side. There were cases where it became difficult to do follow-up attacks. This issue has been alleviated, so they just changed the behavior on that. Changed the opponent's behavior on block when heat dash is activated, removing the effect that includes wall stagger. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about on this. So I guess this is something else, but whatever. Became strange. I don't know what the fuck that means, but added an effect where activating heat dash recovers 6 of the recoverable gauge on attack and 3 on block. Oh, cool. This allows for a more advantageous situation when it activated with a substantial amount of recovery. Okay, cool. So I really enjoy this. This is a fantastic addition. I think this is great. They've gotten rid of the wall stagger. They've gotten rid of the plus 18. It's just going to be a guaranteed plus 5 on block, which is totally fine. Against the wall, your opponent is still going to be in a bad position. And now you're also you're able to recover some health. You get 6 points of health back on hit and 3 points of health back on block for doing a heat dash against the wall. Or recoverable gauge on attack. Yeah, so it's not even all against the wall. It's just in general. You get it in general. That's fucking awesome. Great change so far. This is already looking fucking fantastic. What else we got? Some heat engages only allow for follow-up attacks on a down opponent. Okay. So the following changes have been made to make the knockdown behavior that occurs in these situations. Made it possible to perform a Saidu Kemi. As a result, some follow-up attacks with slower startup times may no longer connect. Additional damage scaling has been applied on top of the original damage scaling. For certain moves, we're allowing a Saidu Kemi, so that's like a tech roll, would prevent follow-up attacks. The opponent's behavior on hit has been adjusted to ensure follow-up attacks still connect. Okay, so moves for which of the opponent's behavior on hit has been changed due to reason 3. Knockdown behavior induced by heat dash, allowing for follow-up attack. So Devil Jin will get something more guaranteed with back 3, and he's the only character. Reina, down forward 1-2. Wow, and Zafina, down forward 4-1. Okay, so those 3 characters I play. Devil Jin's the only one I really main, but don't really care about the other ones. But hey, cool. Alright, so Devil Jin gets something a little bit easier for his back 3 heat dash, I guess. An easier follow-up. Fine. Anyways, heat engagers, certain direction of the opponent movement during the heat engage. Fuck, it doesn't matter. Just a bug fix. Throws. That's right, normal throws are homing. Essentially, with the exception of these motherfuckers, homing throws are now limited to just normal throws, so 1+3 or 2+4. Tracking performance of command throws has been reduced. So the homing property for command throws isn't gone entirely, it's just been reduced, but that's fucking fantastic. And these are the exceptions. So Dragunov, the one where he spins and then grabs you, and he can fake it out with a different attack, forward 2, 1+2. Instead of executing the punch, he does the throw, and then that string there. Huarong's, okay, 2+4 back. King's, okay, approach opponent's command throw, back 1+2, down. Oh, his crouching throws, Jaguar step, 1+4 or 2+. Okay, so his during sidestep. Wow. So really, King has virtually no homing throws that are all that significant now. Paul, same sort of deal. Reina, okay, so the throws out of her stance that are really annoying but barely do any damage, those ones are still homing. And then during heat and ducking in, 1+3 or 2+4 for Steve. So, okay. Very few throws are homing now. So this is awesome. I fucking love this. They got rid of homing throws. This is something everybody wanted, so fan-fucking-tastic. Way to go, BAMCO's just killing it right now. Throws that can trigger stage gimmicks. Damage scaling of 80% has been added to throws that can follow up from stage gimmicks and wall splat. This change was made considering that combo damage could become too high in certain... Wow, okay, so if you throw wall splats or floor blasts, you don't get as much damage. Good. Finally. Oh, man, that's so nice. Kazuya has a throw that wall splats, and he gets less damage for it, and I don't care, because good. That's how it should fucking be. Oh, man, wall splatting throws are bullshit. Especially with the counter hit property added now, and the homing property that they all had. Like, this is fantastic. Tekken 8 is already looking like it's going to be in such better health after this patch. This is all wonderful shit that we've been asking for months. Regarding the wall stagger that is triggered when certain attacks hit or are blocked near a wall, the following changes have been made. To stabilize the timing of occurrence and the frame advantage when it occurs, the window of wall stagger and the collision detection between the character and the wall have been adjusted. The animation, sound effects, voice during the wall stagger have been adjusted to make it clearer when the wall stagger occurs. Okay. Yeah, jump-related shit, I don't really give a fuck. Nothing really all that important there. Sound effects, voices, effects. Made adjustments and move list stuff. Okay, whatever. Cool. So all that's said and done. You want to look at Alyssa? Go fucking click on the link in the description of this fucking thing here that I will post, if I remember. And you can check out Alyssa and Asuka and all these characters, Zafina, for yourself. Oh, actually, she's got some long shit. Wow. Yeah, I don't care enough about Zafina, so go ahead and do your thing. Bryan, I kind of want to look at, even though I don't play him, it would be cool just to see what he's got now, because Bryan's such a sick character. Change primarily to focus on improving unstable areas. Additionally, considering the reduced opportunities to initiate taunt, unilaterally due to the removal of the wall stagger effect from Heat Dash, the damage scaling for taunt has been removed. Oh, sick! Good for you, Bryan players. That should not have ever been a thing. Taunt is already difficult enough as it is. They shouldn't be reducing the damage for Bryan on that. That's good. Heat Smash. The damage of the first hit when performed on a subsequent attack from taunt has been changed from 10 to 24. So Heat Smash is... Wow, you can taunt into Heat Smash and it's ridiculous damage. You get full damage of your Heat Smash. Plus a wall or a floor blast or floor break combo, potentially. The hitbox of the first hit has been added along the midline, mitigating the issue of whiffing in certain situations. Okay, so better hitbox for the first hit. 1-2-1, opponent's behavior on counter has been changed to improve the stability of aerial combos. Interesting. Just the last hit? Because if... Oh man, if this is an entire... If that's a counter hit launcher now, could you imagine? Fucking counter hit launching 10 frame move? That... Dude, alright, we'll see what that does. We'll hold off on that, because I don't know if that's exactly what that does. But stability of aerial combos after 1-2-1. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but we'll see what this does. So that looks kind of interesting. That looks kind of scary and intimidating, but we'll figure out what that exactly means when the patch drops. Forward 1+2 as part of the overall suppression of high power crush performance in the game. The following changes have been Made alongside with stabilizing their behavior, change the opponent's behavior on block, reducing the distance to the opponent. Alright, reduce the recovery time inflicted on the opponent by 3 frames. So it's now -9 on block. Okay, the hitbox has been expanded upward. So it's got a bigger hitbox, but it's -9 on block, so Bryan's turn is definitively over after forward 1+2, but that's fine. You're normally just going to use that. You're not really going to use that as a pressure tool anyways, so no big deal there. Down 4, forward 4. Hitbox been expanded. Cool. Up 4, 3+4. QCF 2, 4. Hitbox been added along with the midline. Along the midline. Fucking ridiculous terminology, but okay. Mitigating the issue of whiffing in certain situations. Alright, so better hitbox for this. Better hitbox for this. So QCB4, the attack hitbox has been expanded only for down opponents, ensuring it hits opponents in face-down position. So this move will never whiff on down opponents anymore. So this is the ultimate Oki for Bryan, and I think Bryan players have wanted that for many years. So this change is huge for Bryan. So he's got some significant buffs. Mostly behavior shit, not a whole lot of balance. Although this one, 1-2-1 change, I'm curious to see what that's going to be all about. His taunt change is really big too. Fantastic for high-level Bryan players. So watch out for Bryan players. They're going to be fucking kicking everybody ass. Claudio, don't give a shit. Devil Jim, super important character to me. My second main, my secondary character anyways. Let's see. 442 is a mid-heat engager with excellent speed and range. No, it doesn't really have that good a range, but okay. But with low risk on block. It was overshadowing the use of other mid-attacks. We'll give Deviljin some better fucking mid-attacks then. He's got shit mid-attacks. What are you doing? What are you talking about? Okay, what do we have here though? Oh man. First one that matters is Heat Smash. Distance from the opponent is reduced when the first hit is blocked in order to alleviate whiffing midway through. Okay, so they've rectified a hitbox issue with the Heat Smash, that's fine. Laser Scraper 4. Kalippa hitbox. Oh, so they fixed this hitbox issue against the wall. So this as a wall combo, which is his best wall combo ender, especially in Heat, Laser Scraper, so, you know, the back forward 2-1-4 1+2 when you're in Heat is the full wall combo, and a lot of the time the 4 would whiff for random reasons just from being slightly off axis at the wall. So they've changed that, so this is always going to hit now. So fuck yeah, that's a good change. I'd consider that a buff, because that was actually a big deal. That whiffed a few too many times for my liking, so I'm glad that that's changed. And the same thing has changed for 4-3, which is the same exact thing. 1+2, that's his homing move. The shitty homing move that nobody uses, so who cares? Okay, the Demon Paw. Reduce the distance to the opponent on block. So it has no pushback now. That's a big deal. That's a pretty big deal. It's -8 on block. So, you know, anything -7 and up, your turn pretty much is definitively over. You don't really have a lot of options to do really anything. -8 on block and landing right in the opponent's face means that you're basically going to spam the Demon Paw less now, because your turn is over, you're playing Deviljin, and you're right in your opponent's face. It's a fucking shitty scenario to be in, considering how not strong Deviljin currently is. Let's see. So that's kind of a shitty nerf, I gotta say. That's a bit of a difference. And it's a balance change. They've nerfed Deviljin's Demon Paw, but they've given him nothing else as a reason to what? So you're nerfing Deviljin's Demon Paw while also not giving him any other mid-move utility. Up forward 4 is not gonna be... We're still gonna use Demon Paw over up forward 4. What else does he have? Forward 4, I guess. That's a great fucking move. But using it over Demon Paw? I mean, yeah, you would use forward 4 off over Demon Paw. At least I do, consistently. It's a counter hit launcher. Demon Paw is not. It's a heat engager. So I mean, they have different utilities. You're going to place them in different scenarios for different reasons. Devilgen's still his main go-to mid in the neutral, like Kazuya. It's still 4-4-2. So, man, that's. I wonder if they do the same thing for Jin and Kazuya on that one. And Reina, too. She's the one that needs a 4-4-2 nerf more than anybody. So hopefully if they're fucking over Devilgen like that... No, it's not the worst nerf in the world. They could have made it, you know, minus 10 on block with more push or with less pushback. So that would have sucked. But I don't know. That change really sucks. Devilgen's mid game is not all that strong. So reducing... Like, nerfing his best mid in any case is a bad idea for this character, considering he really doesn't have that much in the way of mids, but I don't know, we'll see what change that does. His back one, too, this is his 12-frame punish. It's got a behavior increase. Okay, the tracking capability of the second has been enhanced when landing the first hit, mitigating the occurrence of whiffing midway through. That's great. I was hoping they would do that, because this has occurred several times to me lately, playing Devilgen. So, fucking great stuff. And then Morning Crow 2, exclusively for opponents performing side of... So, yeah, tech rolling opponents reduced tracking ability when using it, but it's a homing move. Whatever, okay. Basically, what this means is those videos of Devilgen mains, they're showcasing his ability to fully home tech rolling opponents from the Morning Crow stance. Devilgen literally does a 360 turn in stance when he does Morning Crow 2 and connects with the move from a tech rolling opponent. So it's a pretty ridiculous setup for Devilgen. It's very niche, it's very situational, but it was, I don't know, man, like, what the fuck, though? Like, that's, now that I think about it, yeah, it's not that big of a deal for the most part, but it's removing intrigue of the character. Like, that was an interesting setup that Devilgen could only really do in very specific scenarios that required a little bit of setup from the Devilgen player and creativity, and now they've done away with that. That's no longer a thing. That sucks, man. Okay, so straight up, they fucking hate Devilgen in this game. He's been S tier since Tekken 5, and now he's probably bottom tier still. I mean, he's gotten nerfed and he's already bottom tier in my opinion. So I think Devilgen might be sitting in the bottom tier with Kazuya, unless Kazuya's super fixed in this patch. But if this is how Devilgen is now, with a shittier Demon Paw and, you know, less interesting setup capability, buffing behaviors of moves that are irrelevant, 1+2 is not something people use. It's a 15 frames, minus 12 on block homing move. That's garbage. No one's gonna fucking use that. Damn, that's a shame, man. I'm glad about this change. This is a nice buff. The laser scraper combo at the wall being consistent now is a big deal in my opinion, because that did whiff quite a bit, but fuck's sakes. Looks like Devilgen's a little bit weaker than before this patch came out, so... Devilgen was already arguably bottom 2 characters in the game prior to this patch. Now, fuck, man. There's a good argument to be made that Devilgen might be the worst character in the game now. We'll see how good Kazuya is. But if they haven't touched Kazuya's hitboxes, he's still the weakest in the game, but Devilgen might be the weakest in the game now. That's fucking crazy. In what world do we live in where we can say that Devilgen is the weakest character in a Tekken game? We can at least argue that idea. You know, that's a very easily arguable thing here, so that's super fucking sad. Dragunov, another character that needs some serious nerfs. Fuck this character. He's still S tier after those massive nerfs last patch. So, what do we got here? Heat Smash. Hitbox of the first bit, first hit expanded downwards, alleviating, okay, fine. Tracking ability, the second hit has been adjusted to prevent it from tracking opponents who sidestep the first hit. 6, so we could pretty much sidestep this thing left all the time with no issues. Good. Dragunov standing 4, became prone to whiffing in aerial combos, so they've made it less, so this shit 4-4 won't whiff in aerial combos anymore. Down forward 4, that fast mid that he has. Has a better hitbox. Running 2? Is it behavior buff? Alleviating... Oh, man. The hitbox is expanded downward for running 2 now. No nerf to running 2 in terms of fucking making it extremely linear. My request for running 2 was to make it sidesteppable to both sides, not just to the left. Sidestep it right should also beat it. But it doesn't currently, and they haven't switched that either in this patch, so it's still a really strong fucking move, and now it looks like it's got a better hitbox, so it's actually stronger than last patch. So, shit. Down 2. The attack hitbox has been expanded to mitigate the issue of whiffing it. Oh, fuck off, man! Down 2 got a buff? I guess because fucking down back 3+4 is less usable now. It's still a great move. Back 4. -7 on block. And now +4 on hit. So, back 4 by itself is going to be easier to deal with, but since when does anybody do back 4 by itself? They usually do back 4-2 or back 4-3. So, this is irrelevant in my opinion. We'll see what that does, but I don't think it's going to matter. And then finally, QCF 3, this slide. Hitbox has been expanded, alleviating... Okay, so Dragunov is... I would say it looks like he's slightly stronger than last patch, and that's bullshit. So, whatever. That's fucking stupid. So Dragunov got slightly buffed in very insignificant ways. Eddie, I don't give a fuck. Feng, let's see. Tracking ability, the second has been enhanced on his heat smash or block of first hit, mitigating the occurrence of whiff. Dude, what the fuck you buffing Feng at all for right now? Come on! He's the most ridiculous character in the game, dude. What the fuck are they buffing him for? Holy shit. Alright, whatever. It's just a buff on the heat smash and it's not even that big of a deal. Fucking Flusen Uber, yeah. Quatsch. So, anyways, 3-3. Damage. Okay, so the damage on 3-3 has been reduced from 18 to 10. Wow. So this natural combo only does 10 damage now. That shit's fucking trash. I guess the second hit, only the second hit does 10 damage, because that's, otherwise this move's... What? I don't really get... Oh, this is the high power crush heat engager. Safe, high power crush heat engager. Forward 1+2 can eat a dick. Tracking ability has been reduced. The attack hitbox in the horizontal direction has been reduced, so the hitbox in general has been changed. Change the opponent's behavior on block, reducing the distance to the opponent. Okay, so forward 1+2, still a really, really good move. And still pretty much just as spammable. But not as good. I don't know. It's kind of a stupid change. Back 2-3. Change the damage of the first attack from 15 to 13. Damage the second attack. Okay, so he's got a damage nerf there. Back 3. Expanded hurt box. While rising 1-1, so his 13-frame string from crouching. Collision detection with the opponent has been adjusted to mitigate the issue of some of the opponent's punishments. Whiffing after this move is blocked. Cool. That's good to know. Good to see. Up forward 2. That's the one where he jumps in the air and slams it. It does the karate chop. What do we got here going on? Reduce the distance to the opponent on block. All right, and then QCF 1+2. Opponent's behavior on counter has been changed to allow for ground follow-up attacks. So I think that's the headbutt. Is that the headbutt? I think. And then the damage has been buffed. So it gets a follow-up and it does more damage? Why in the fuck are you buffing Feng at all? Dude, no! We don't need the best character in the game to be buffed at all in any way right now. It should either be neutral changes, like this behavior shit with the hyphens there, or nerfs with these down arrows, but 0 up arrows should be indicated at all on this page with Feng. Come on, man. I mean, these are small changes, but they're still improvements on the character. Back-facing opponent 2. That's the power crush that launches. Oh, God. In heat. It's a heat engager. The opponent's behavior when using heat dash on hit has been changed. Aerial combos are no longer possible. Wow, that's huge. The end only follow-up attacks on a downed opponent are allowed, and they've increased the damage by 4, up to 27 damage for the move, because you can no longer combo with it. So you get a follow-up, probably a stomp or something, but you don't get a, or maybe a shoulder, I don't know, but you don't get a combo. So, cool. Alright, well that's a big nerf. Back-facing opponent, 1+4 or 2+3. Those are the throws. Fixed an issue where Feng's state was incorrectly judged as downed after the throw escape. Oh, wow, okay, that's a decent one. Alright, so this is a big change. Time of the opponent attack, forward 3+4. Becomes different, attended near the wall, adjusted, fucking whipping certain moves, not that big of a deal on forward 3+4. That's shifting clouds. That's just his parry stance, that's kind of irrelevant. It's whatever. Shifting clouds 2, that's the high punch. Change damage from 15 to 18. Behavior of the opponent on hit has been modified, and the frame advantage has been changed from +6 to +25. What? Okay, so Shifting Clouds 2, they just want you to use that move more, but they're giving him that on top of the things he still has in Shifting Clouds that haven't been touched. Okay, so Feng's been buffed in some areas and nerfed in other areas. I can't say whether or not he's buffed or nerfed. He seems pretty much the same. Fuck, man. Whatever. Okay, it is what it is. This is... Yeah, he back-facing opponent 2. So back turn 2, no longer launching is a big deal. I'm glad about that nerf. That's huge. Back 2-3 getting the damage nerf is big. And then the safe forward 1+2 high power crush heat engager he has is slightly nerfed. I don't know. Feng is still ridiculous, and +25 on block for any move is insane. What the fuck is this? And so obviously it's gonna guard break, or not guard break, but you know, your character's gonna flop onto the ground after blocking the move, like Zafina's 1-4. That's ridiculous. Okay, we'll see what Feng does. Hwarang, I don't really care about Hwarang at all. It looks like down forward 3-4 is more nerfed. Down 3-4. Looks like a buff and a nerf. Recovery. I don't really care about Hwarang. I'll look at Hwarang later. It doesn't seem all that interesting to me right now. Jax getting some love. Jin, I want to see Jin go down. Looks like he's got a little bit of buffs in the behavior departments, but a lot of nerfs here. Well, three nerfs here. So, Heat Engager, or Heat Smash. Tracking ability of the third has been adjusted to prevent it from tracking opponents who sidestep the first hit. Good. And the hitbox of the third hit has been reduced. Good. Still wall splats. Fuck. Alright then. That's a bummer. 4-4-2. Wait, 1-2-1 and Zan up 1 is now -19 on block instead of -16, it looks like. So thank fuck we can punish it easier now, because the recovery on this shit is ridiculous. Like, he recovers in such a way that a lot of mid launchers that hit, it's so hard to down forward 1-2 punish that with Kazuya, even though that's 15 frames, but I can punish it consistently with electric, even though electric is a high. It doesn't make any sense. So the fact that this is 3 frames more recoverable on block means that I'm going to be able to get more punishes with Kazuya that way, and you guys are going to have a lot more success punishing Jin from that bullshit as well. So good. Fucking eat a dick, Jin. That move is such bullshit. A lot of scrubs love using that trash. Demon Paw, so same nerf that Devil Jin's got, but this one needed that nerf, and Devil Jin's did not. Reduce the attack hitbox to mitigate the issue of attacks landing in a way that does not visually match the animation. Okay, good. So it just works like a standard Demon Paw. But Demon Paw is still ridiculous. Fuck, reduce the distance to the opponent on block. This is not enough. They didn't even do anything to down 2. Man, Jin's got fucking nothing. And his Heat Smash decreased the distance from the opponent on the first attack, mitigating the occurrence of whiffing mid-combo. Oh man, I don't know. Jin's really not. They barely touched Jin, and I'm not happy with those changes. He needs to be a lot more nerfed than this. This is ridiculous. But June, I don't care. You guys go ahead and read this. Looks like she's got a lot of changes. So, you know, have fun, June players. This is the one everybody on my channel and me personally has been waiting for. Kazuya. Let's do this shit. Kazuya's undergone performance changes aimed to improving character usability in various aspects, in addition to stabilizing his behavior. Notably, Kazuya has been adjusted to deliver significant damage from the quick mid-combo attack down forward 1-4. Sick. Addressing the high difficulty of counterattacking after blocking or evading attacks. Attacks utilizing the Devil's Power during heat state had poor usability due to high consumption rate of the heat timer. Thus, the performance and commands have been revised to enhance convenience. Sick. I love the sound of that already. Sounds like we don't need to use our heat bar to go into the extra shit anymore. We have the option to do that or not do the extensions. So I hope that's what that means. That's what I'm interpreting from that, but we'll see. Devil Fist, despite being a mid-heat engager with excellent speed and rage, had low risk on block and was overshadowing other mid-attacks. Therefore, the distance to the opponent on block has been reduced. Okay, so he's got the same... Devil Fist has the same nerf that the Demon Paw's got. Watch Reina's not have any fucking nerf to it at all. It's gonna be hilarious. Yeah, so... Cool. I'm fine with all those changes right now. So, the Heat Smash. So... Okay, his Heat Smash, the low Heat Smash now does the same damage as the other low Heat Smashes in the game. So it now does 40 damage just like Victor's and Lee's and Claudio's. So, fine. I don't care. Oh, fuck yeah. The jab strings. Decrease the distance from opponent on first attack, mitigating the occurrence of the whiffing and mid-combo. It better fucking work this time, because they've done this already. They've fixed this already, and it still whiffs right now. So I hope this changes that forever, because that is ridiculous. If I'm up close in your face, and you do something that's minus 10, and I do the flash punch fucking string to punish that shit, and my jab connects, but the second punch whiffs, and then you get to kill me because I do jab, 1-1-2, thinking that because my jab connected, I get to finish the string now, so I just finish the fucking string, not realizing initially that it's not gonna fully connect, and now I'm minus 17 in your face that you've just blocked because this fucking game sucks ass. Yeah, it's nice to see that this is finally adjusted. So great, I hope this no longer occurs because I'm tired of getting launched for shit that isn't even my fault. I'm tired of getting launched for doing the right thing. Devil form, 1+4, so Shikuye, fucking, Kazuya goes Super Saiyan, it blows up the fucking shit. The consumption of remaining heat time has been exchanged from, oh, nice, dude. It requires almost half the amount of the heat bar that it did last, or that it does now. It requires almost half. 225 is half. 270 frames. We probably get 3 uses of Shikoe instead of just 2, or 1 if you've heat bursted. If you heat burst, you get 1 Shikoe. If you don't heat burst, you get 2. And fuck, man. That's good. I like that. It means we probably get 2 Shikoes if we heat burst now. So great, because Deviljin gets unlimited access to those. Other characters get unlimited access to their parries. Kazuya has no parries, no reversals, no get off me buttons. It's nice to have something at least in heat. So, good shit. I like this. Devil form, while rising 1+4. New move? They gave Kazuya a new move? Can now also be executed from a while rising position. Okay, so while standing 1+4 is this move, but from a while standing position in heat. I mean, that might be really cool. Who knows? Down forward 1-4. Wow. To improve Kazuya's effectiveness by increasing the return on fast startup moves that can be used for punishes. The following adjustments have been made. The downward hitbox size of the first attack have been increased primarily to stabilize behavior when using aerial combos. Thank fucking shit, dude. It's fuck. They did it. I mean, we don't know if they did it yet, but this is the exact change that I've been... Oh, every Kazuya main, Perfect Godfist, the main man, myself, Duelist, all these dudes that main Kazuya that have a following on YouTube, everybody that I watch anyway, has said the exact same shit about Down Forward 1. All the YouTube comment people, everybody says the same fucking shit. The people that don't even play Kazuya know about this problem. This is the single worst hitting move in the game right now. Down Forward 1 with Kazuya has next to 0 hitbox. And it looks like they fixed that. That was the biggest problem with Kazuya. Besides the fact that he does shit damage. His Down Forward 1's hitbox made it so that he whiffs his combo filler half the fucking time. So Kazuya, not only did he have shit damage, but his combos were the most inconsistent in the game. That's why he was the weakest character in the game, because he didn't even fully operate. Kazuya is a shadow of an actual character in this game because of his hitbox problems, and now it looks like they're fixing that. Behavior of the opponent on hit on the second attacks has been altered to allow for follow-up attacks. Alright, so I'm betting you Down Forward 1-4 can be used as a 15-frame punish now. The behavior of the opponent on block has been changed, and the frame advantage has been changed from -3 to -11, so that definitely means that they've adjusted a couple of things here. So the animation, considering the increased return on hit, adjustments have been made to increase the risk when blocked. Yeah, that's more than fair. If the move is going to be buffed in such a way that we get a follow-up attack after Down Forward 1-4 connects as a 15-frame standing punish, then it should be -11 on block. That's more than fair. Yeah, we get it. That's how Tekken should work. If you don't get anything guaranteed after, it should be safe. If you get something guaranteed after, it should be punishable. It should be used appropriately. Nobody should be just throwing out Down Forward 1-4 anymore, because now that move's unsafe on block for the first time ever. You don't even have to worry about ducking the string anymore. You just have to stand there and wait to see what they're going to do and punish it. That's pretty good, man. I think that's a solid change. Down Forward 1-4 is now actually utilized. Will now actually be utilized in some specific ways. We can punish rage arts now. Good. Fuck yeah, man. Kazuya deserves that. Down Forward 1, Down Forward 2. Downward hitbox of the first attack has been expanded primarily to stabilize behavior when used in aerial combos. Yeah, so Down Forward 1 is just looking great. The tracking ability of the second attack has been enhanced only on hit of the first attack, mitigating the occurrence of whiffing midway through during wall combos. Thank fuck. That shit was... Not only does Down Forward 1 have a brutal bullshit hitbox, but if you're slightly off axis to your opposing character's right side, for example, there's a good chance that Down Forward 2, after the Down Forward 1 hits on a wall splat, the Down Forward 2 would whiff. Fucking ridiculous, man. So not like, and actually, if you watch my previous video, the one about the ranks and how, what you should learn at every rank, which I'm actually going to put, watch that video. It's right above here. It's really popular right now, and I'd like to keep that shit going. So fucking click on that shit above me right now. There's an example of that whiffing in that video of Down Forward 2 whiffing after Down Forward 1 connects. It's the stupidest shit on the fucking planet. I don't even know why that existed ever. But yeah, Kazuya was the definition of the character with the most hitbox issues in the game, and it looks like they're fixing a lot of that. It also occurred with Down Forward 1-2. Not even Down Forward 1, Down Forward 2, but Down Forward 1-2 hold forward to try to do the heat dash out of Down Forward 1-2 in heat mode. Kazuya would often not get the second hit to come out. It happened to me a bunch, trying to get the fucking combo to come out after doing like a perfect electric, and then you're in heat and you want to extend the combo, and then all of a sudden you have this ridiculous combo you just executed perfectly, and the fucking thing that screws you up that makes you drop the combo is the move input error. It's just a coding problem. Like, damn it, man. Kazuya was such a problem before this patch. This patch is addressing all the shit that he is currently dealing with. Please tell me they fixed his standing 3 and his back 2 hitbox. That's what we need now. Like, standing 3 and back 2. If those two moves have a better hitbox now, Kazuya's looking great. Down 4, 3, 2, 1. Size of the attack hitbox was adjusted. Hitting opponents not directly in front. Adjustment sometimes causing whips and aerial combos. Okay, so they've fixed the... okay. So the hitbox during combos for down 4, 3, 2, 1 is back to probably what it was. So I hope that's the case anyways. Because this down 4, 3, 2, 1 hold, the charge version, was a decent combo filler for when you... I don't know, when you did like a 4, 4, 3 and... It hit, but you reacted too late. Having just a down 4, 3, 2, 1, and then holding the charge button there helped make up for some damage that you would have otherwise missed out on because whatever circumstance led to you missing out on the damage. Now you no longer have to suffer from that, so that's cool. Down back 1, 2 got a nerf. Distance when hitting a downed opponent with the first attack of the second strike has been increased. This change makes it more difficult to use heat dash combos with this move on down opponents, except near walls. So it's not nerfed. I mean, it is, but it's not. Because the only time you would do a heat dash combo with Kazuya most of the time was against a wall. You would do the down back 1, 2 tech, and then they would get relaunched, and then you would tornado spin them on the wall and get a full wall combo for like 30 damage. And it's, you know, it's a pretty decent little setup for Kazuya, considering he doesn't have a lot of that in this game. So, I'm glad they kept that in, and just made this game have less utility in the neutral on downed opponents, but that's completely irrelevant, because no one's hitting downed opponents with this move in the neutral. You're going with steel pedal, or you're gonna set up your vortex, or whatever. So, back 1. Adjusted collision detection with the opponent to make it easier to hit. Thank fuck. Back 1's hitbox was... his entire left arm was shit. You see what's going on here? They're fixing down forward 1. They're fixing back 1. They fixed the jab shit. Kazuya is getting his left arm back. That's all they're doing right now. So good shit. It's about time. Kazuya's gonna have a left arm starting tomorrow. The hitbox of the first attack of back 2, 2, 1 plus 2. Has been expanded downwards, alleviating instances where the attack would miss in certain situations. To stabilize the behavior, when used in aerial combos, the recovery time of the second hit has been reduced by 1 frame on hit. Nice! So Kazuya is going to be a lot more consistent doing this as a combo ender. Recovery time of the third hit has been reduced by 8 frames! What? Additionally, the opponent's recovery when blocking the third has been reduced. Okay, as a result, frame advantage on block remains unchanged. That's fine. No one's blocking that. People are launch punishing you for that if you're stupid enough to do it in the neutral. This should only be a combo ender. So back 2, 2 into the laser. That's a combo ender. It's not a string that you should use in the neutral. So stop doing that if you're doing that, lower ranked Kazuya players. The reduction in the third hit's recovery time makes it easier to follow up with an attack after hitting the end of an aerial combo, especially with Simon. Oh, fuck yeah. So this, back 2, 2, 1 plus 2, the laser is now a wall splatter. You can fucking wall splat the bitches on the wall with that as a combo ender, and then capitalize on a full wall combo after. Good. That's good. This is going to improve Kazuya's combo damage. This is a great ender now. Oh man, if we get this near the wall, back 2, 2, 1 plus 2, and then you can follow up with the full wall combo, dude, this is gonna be so great. Devil Fist, we already know about the nerf that move has. Devil Form, 4, 4, 2 back. By inputting back, it is not possible to prevent this transition to Devil Form exclusive throw and hit. Okay, so we don't... yeah, okay, exactly what I said earlier. We don't have to do the laser extension if we're in heat. And we do 4-4-2. We 4-4-2 hold back, you don't lose any heat bar, and you don't use your heat extension. Fantastic. Although I still think most players are going to do the heat extension with that move because it barely takes any heat, and it's the best move Kazuya has in heat. With the removal of... you know, the utility of down back 1 at the wall, having the heat dash wall stun, wall crumple properties. With that removal, I think the extension of Demon or of Devil Fist with Kazuya is probably his best heat move now. So we may still just be using that regardless. I don't think, unless you want to use Devil Fist as a wall splat move. There's not really any reason not to do the extension. But I'm glad we have the option to cancel it now. That's so great. That's huge, man. I hope they did it for the rest of his moves. While standing 2. Hitbox expanded downward. Maybe we can finally hit Chaoyu at an AOP stance with our Demon God Fist while standing 1+2. So the Fujin Huraken hitbox has been expanded downward, alleviating instances where the attack would miss in certain situations. Maybe this connects on bears now. After, say you do down 1+2 into Fujin Huraken, that's the combo starter for every character in the game except bears. Now that it's got an increased hitbox, we don't have to do down 1+2 into electric on the bears. We can get our full damage combo with Fujin Huraken. Hopefully. I don't know if that's confirmed yet, but that's a big deal. Fuck bears. So good shit. CD1. Consume heat timer during the throw animation on hit rather than during the initial strike portion. If you hit them with this move, you only lose heat during the throw that follows up with CD1. That's awesome. CD3 deals chip damage. CD3 in heat. If it connects, it's still going to automatically do the extension. That's kind of a bummer, because you can cancel the extension of 442, but you can't do it of CD1. Oh, you can do it of CD3. That's cool. So you don't have to do the extension with CD3. That's fucking awesome. Okay. CD1 you never really used anyways, so whatever. Looks like there's a change to the Petricide Fist, so that's cool. CD44, that's the Hell Sweep. Second attack's been reduced. Recovery time of the second attack's been reduced by 5 frames. This adjustment is made to facilitate offense after hits. So this might wall splat from further away and then allow for a follow-up against the wall. That might be a little fucked up and cheap if that's the case. But I mean, it would give us some utility to CD44 because there's currently no point in using this shit. It's the most useless attack Kazuya has. We'll see what that does, but if that makes it so you have a reasonable follow-up after this at the wall, this might be a little bit too good. But we'll see what that does. And then Petricide Fist, CD1+2. So they're trying to change the role of CD1+2. Change the damage from 23 to 33. Wow, that's significant. Holy shit. Change the opponent's behavior on block, reducing the distance to the opponent. Alright, that's fine. Increase the opponent's recovery time on block by 11 frames. Changing it to +5 on block? Dude, if they increase the speed of this move, that's gonna be nuts. Change the opponent's behavior on counter hit, making aerial combos no longer possible. Oh yeah, they've completely changed the role of this move. Instead of a potential combo starter or a bound move, they're trying to make this a pressure tool. Interesting. With the ability to move first, even when blocked, this move can now be used as an offensive starter. Yes. Additionally, the increased damage enhances its value incorporated into combos. Yeah, I would say that's probably a huge deal. The 10 damage increase is fucking massive, so that will be probably his best bound move, which means 3-1 cancel might now be the way to go. I don't know. We'll have to test the damage of all Kazuya's shit after this comes out. This patch is available to us, but they didn't decrease the speed of this move, which was the biggest upset this move had. I mean, it says right here, due to the slow startup, this move was not very effective for counter hits. So it's just going to be used as a pressure tool now. But it's just as linear and it's just as slow. You can do the smallest sidestep to either direction and you evade this move entirely. +5 on block is great. 33 damage on hit is fantastic. Plus it's still wall splats. Great changes to this move. We'll see what it does for combos. If this is going to start doing more damage for Kazuya's combos, then we're going to just be using Petricide Fist to bound from now on. If this does more damage than down 4-1, down 4-2, or down 4-3-2-1 as a combo ender, or as a bound move, the fact that it's only one hit is fantastic for combo damage because the next hit you do will be reduced scaling damage. So if you bound with this move, your combo damage is just going to improve. this might be a really solid thing for solid addition for combos now, and it's a pressure tool. So it's slow as fuck, but against the wall and in a combo, Kazuya players are probably going to be using this more. So, and that's cool because it looks like a badass move. It's just useless as fuck right now. And then throws. Okay, they changed camera behavior so it doesn't fuck you over anymore. So we skipped a bunch that I don't really care about. Next one I want to look at is Lili because she's next to Feng. I would say she may be even stronger than Feng right now. Who knows? But she's ridiculous at the moment. The fact that her tracking is insane and her sidestepping is insane. So she can hit you, but you can't hit her. So that to me is a big deal. And Lili definitely needs some adjustments in terms of nerfs. So let's see what's happened with her. I'm just going to read out what the changes are. During heat, tracking ability, the second has been enhanced. Whatever, you're going to duck that shit anyways. During heat, 1, 2, 4. Oh, fuck. The changes on behavior, the opponent's behavior on block, reducing the distance to the opponent, removed this wall stagger effect on block, increased the opponent's recovery on block by 3 frames. So it's +5 on block now. Fuck. As well as 3, 4, 4, 3 + 4, as well as QCF 1, 4, as well as Feisty Rabbit 4. This is all her heat shit. So all this is +5 on block now. So 1, 2, 4 is +5, and the other 3 moves listed here are +7 on block. The wall stagger is gone, but these changes were made to address the issue where a highly repetitive offensive loop was possible when the opponent was cornered. The wall stagger effect was removed. The moves have been adjusted to facilitate continued defense regardless of positioning within the stage. So yeah, they want you to abuse these moves in the neutral and use up that heat bar and then do your heat smash. And now they've adjusted the tracking on that shit as well. So they're trying to increase Lili's ability and use in the neutral and getting rid of some of her abilities against the wall. Sure, they're playing around with some of the characters. 113, problematic string. To slow down the pace of exchanges and increase the risk of stopping after the second hit, the following changes have been made. Increase the recovery time of the second hit by 2 frames. So you have to commit to this now. To maintain the frame advantage on hit for the second attack, increase the opponent's recovery time on hit by 2 frames. Okay. Reduce the distance of the opponent on block for the second attack. Increase the recovery time of the third attack by 4 frames on block with and when intercepted by the opponent's power crush. Damn. Okay, so 113 is very much not abusable anymore. To maintain the frame advantage on block for the third attack, increase the opponent's recovery time on block by 4 frames. Okay, so they have to commit to this move. It's no longer as spammable, and it's easier to deal with. Okay, that's cool. 3 + 4. It's an issue where heat dash would sometimes be triggered even when the conditions were not met in certain situations. Alright, forward 3 + 4. Recovery time reduced by 5 frames. This change was made considering that unintended follow-up attacks could lead to significant combo damage. Forward 3 + 4. Thank fuck. That's great. That's a good change. Alright. That's the cartwheel. Down 3. That's her low kick. Change the damage from 17 to 14. I'm loving the changes so far. While rising 1, 2. That's her 13 frame while standing punish. The hitbox has been expanded to alleviate situations where the attack may whiff in certain... That's fine. It shouldn't be whiffing if it's a punish, so that's totally cool. During sidestep, 3. The behavior on landing a down hit has been modified. This change on landing a down hit has been modified. I don't know what that means. This change was made considering the follow-up attacks from during heat Feisty Rabbit 3 allowed for highly repetitive and powerful offense. Okay, sick. During sidestep 4, the behavior of the opponent counter hit has been modified to enable potential aerial combos. So these 2 moves have been basically swapped around. QCF 3, that ridiculous voila! That stupid ass fucking kick that hits grounded and does insane damage. Dude, please tell me they fucking reduced the damage. Recovery time inflicted has been decreased by 2 frames when the move is blocked. It's -11 on block now. Hey, I'm cool with that. The behavior on landing a down hit has been modified. Oh, damn! Does it no longer give us good Oki setup now? The change was made considering the follow-up attacks during heat. Feisty Rabbit 3 allowed for highly repetitive and powerful offense. Yeah, it sure fucking did. Damn, Lili has gotten wrecked. Okay. Hell yeah. Back turn 3-4. Oh, that's all. This is a problematic move. When the attack is blocked, both players and the opponent's recovery time has been increased by 4 frames. Okay. This change aims to increase the window for confirming the situation, making it easier to execute punishes. It's basically just increasing the amount of time you have to visually confirm that, hey, I blocked this shit, I can get this punish from it now, or for it now. Allowing just, you know, this is for like a lower level scenario. Players in red and purple ranks are going to be able to punish this move more easily now, because they'll be able to more easily visually confirm the block. So, cool. Good. That's fine. It doesn't really affect anybody in high level, but that's a great change for her to have. Back-facing opponent down 1. And the heat smash from back turn. The collision detection has been adjusted to alleviate issues where the distance would open up before the attack, making it easier for the opponent to evade with a back step. Okay, so it's a behavior change that's got a bit of an increase. And then back turn, back 3. Window for transitioning into attack during fights to Rabbit was different from forward-facing back 3, making it difficult. Okay, fine. All in all, Lili got nerfed pretty fucking hard. Get wrecked. I don't like Lili as a character in this game at all. You know, I like her cat, Salt, but the character Lili herself can get fucked. So I'm really happy to see these changes. Nina, don't care. Paul's changes might be interesting. I want to go over Paul. So let's see what we got here. I know Paul is supposed to be buffed in this patch, right? So we got forward 2. Startup of the attack has been changed from 14 to 13 frames. Reduce the damage of the strike portion from 14 to 12. Damage of the throw animation portion remains unchanged. Reduced the recovery time of the throw animation portion by 3 frames, changing the frame advantage from +6 to +9 on hit. By speeding up the attack to 13 frames, it becomes one of the fastest moves that can lead to an aerial combo from a heat dash. When in heat state, the threat of a punishment combo from this move should make it easier for Paul to apply offensive pressure. So now, in heat, Paul has a 13-frame launcher. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. That could be a big deal, man. 13-frame launcher in heat? That's a big deal. Wow. Paul's never had anything like that. I mean, he has a 14-frame launcher with forward 3 as is, but a 13-frame launcher? Paul's never had anything like that. That's fucking huge, man. He's got like June level shit now. Good for you, Paul. I guess you needed it for some reason. I don't know. I don't really know a whole lot about what his changes required in this game. I know that his heat is quite underwhelming compared to a lot of the other characters, but as far as his buffs outside of his heat mechanic, I don't know what the hell he needs. He doesn't seem like he really needs any buffs to me, but I'm not a Paul player, so to me, Paul seems more than strong enough. Forward 4, increase the recovery time inflicted on the opponent by 3 frames when the move is blocked. So it's -5 on block now? From -8, that's significant. -5 on block, Paul can sidestep after doing that move now and create other offensive opportunities via movement instead of being at -8 and having his turn be effectively over. Like, that's a pretty decent buff. Damage boost to 24 from 21. Reduce the distance to the opponent after hitting from long range and activating heat. So forward 4 is a pretty big deal. This is going to be one of Paul's best heat engagers. Change the opponent's behavior on hit when heat dash is activated, increasing the variety of follow-up attacks. Nice. Alright, so he's definitely getting some heat boost. The heat of Paul, like I said, it is not as good as it could be, so the fact that he's getting some upgrades for his heat is, I guess, I was right. These are the changes he needed. Forward 1+2, Hammer of the Gods. Now deals chip damage on block. I'm surprised that didn't before. So that's fine. Behavior of the opponent on counter hit has been altered to allow for follow-up attacks. Oh shit. On counter hit, Hammer of the Gods now gives counter hit or follow-up attacks? Oh man. Forward 1+2 hold. You can charge Hammer of the Gods now. Made it possible to enhance with a hold input. When Paul enters heat state, hold moves are powered up, and this move will also benefit from that power up. Shit, that's going to be interesting to test. Back 1+2. As part of the overall suppression of high power crush performance in the game, the following changes have been made. Change the opponent's behavior on block, reducing the distance to the opponent. That's good. Reduce the recovery time inflicted on the opponent by 3 frames. Advantage on block has been changed from -6 to -9. Okay, cool. These changes don't apply if the opponent's attack is successfully intercepted. Okay, so it only applies if you actually get this move blocked outright without any hits in between. Because otherwise it'll just be the exact same properties as before. Because power crushes are now safe if they've absorbed some damage and then they get blocked. They're now safe in this fucking game. That's another change that should be gone, but whatever. Up back 2. Recovery time reduced by 2 frames, adjusted the tracking. So you can, so if you sidestep Paul left, he can kill you with up back 2. Up forward 2, change the opponent's behavior on block. Reducing the distance to the opponent, change the damage from 22 to 26. Forward 4, the cartwheel now deals chip damage on block. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been increased by 3 frames. Now it's +2. Forward 4 is +2. Man, you're gonna need to sidestep Paul a lot more. Running 2, recovery time has been decreased by a frame. And the frame advantage on block is this move safe now? Deals chip damage on block, limited the conditions for transitioning to a strike throw to airborne hits only. Oh, that's cool. So the throw that you get for running 2, you can only get that at the end of a combo. That's a great change. I mean, that should have been how it always is. Change the opponent's behavior on counter hit, allowing for follow-up attacks on a downed opponent. Alright, so running 2 is definitely seeing some practical changes to it, so good stuff. While rising 3, behavior on hit, the frame advantage has been changed from +3 to +6. QCF2, so Death Fist and the Palm Strike reduce the distance to the opponent after hitting with an attack and activating heat. So his 2 arguably best heat engagers got a slight buff there. During deep dive, down forward 2-1. The startup of the first attack has been changed from 15 to 14. The damage of the first attack has been changed from 17 to 10. Behavior of the opponent on hit for the second attack has been altered to allow for follow-up attacks. Damage of the second attack has been changed from 28 to 20. Okay, so somewhat of a buff and somewhat of a damage nerf. Deep dive down forward 4. Damage has been increased, and he got a new move during sway. Down forward made deep dive during cormorant step, whatever the fuck. Executable from sway. Interesting. Alright, so Paul's got some cool buffs. Paul players rejoice. You guys are having fun now. Raven. Raven is one of the characters I dabble with, so I'm going to read his shit real quick. Heat Smash. Adjusted the collision detection to mitigate the issue of unintentionally being able to evade the opponent's attacks. The hitbox around the main body has been expanded to alleviate issues of whiffing at close range. And adjusted the opponent's behavior and the other factors on block to reduce the issue of whiffing partway through the attack. Alright, so Heat Smash has been, for the most part, buffed. So it's not going to randomly whiff. That's cool. Alright, good. 4-3, that's the double kick. Usually used for a wall splat at the end of a combo, at the end of a tornado. Added jump status to make it usable as an option against the opponent's low attacks. So it low crushes now. That's kind of neat. 3-4 was the other one. 4-3. Expanded the attack hitbox to correct the changes in behavior when used in aerial combos due to the improved tracking of performance of last patch. Okay, fair enough. Forward 1 plus 2 is the heat engager, and back-facing opponent 2. Hitbox has been expanded downward, alleviating instances of whiffing for certain moves. That's cool. It needed that bit of a change, because that hitbox is a bit wonky there. Down back 2-1, that's his 13-frame punish. Hitbox has been added along the midline, mitigating the issue of whiffing in certain situations. Cool, because it's a 13-frame punish for Raven. He needs that. It should not whiff if used appropriately, and it did a lot of the time. So, I'm glad they're fixing hitbox issues for characters that seem to have the most hitbox issues in the game, like Kazuya and Raven. So, good to see that. While crouching down forward 3, so that's the new command, Aqua Spider, while crouching down forward 3, can now also be executed from a standing position with the input down, down forward 3. So, as long as you hold the down forward and then hit 3, you will now do one of Raven's best low moves. Alright, so it's just easier to input now. That's super, super sick. Increased Raven's forward movement after the attack. This change aims to reduce the distance to the opponent after the attack, considering the low risk when the attack is blocked. Alright, that's a good change. Back-facing opponent, forward 3. Hitbox has been expanded downward, alleviating instances of whiffing for certain moves. Changed the opponent's behavior on normal hit. Recovery when returning to facing forward has been changed from +3 to +6. When transitioning to back turn, recovery is changed from neutral to +3. And changed the opponent's behavior on counter hit, making follow-up attacks on the ground possible. That's fucking sick. So forward 3 from back turn is going to be good. Back-facing opponent, forward 4. Change the damage from 9 to 13. Opponent's behavior on hit, reducing the distance to the opponent. Increase recovery time inflicted to the opponent upon hit by 2 frames. So forward 4 is the low kick from that move. So forward 4-1 is usually the string you would do from back turn. And now they've been... Okay, the move's been buffed heavily. So... increased recovery time inflicted on the opponent by 2 frames as well. So it's now +4 on hit. That's significant. So you can just use that as a pressure tool, or you can add the second hit and follow up and get more damage. Really cool. And then finally, back-facing opponent, back 3+4, fixed an issue where he could not block at the intended timing when the opponent was positioned to the side. Alright, good shit. So Raven got a bit of buffs, definitely some good quality of life shit, nowhere near as significant as the stuff that Kazuya got, but getting this low increased, the usage of this low being increased is going to be huge. So yeah, I think Raven's definitely looking a lot better now. Reina needs some serious nerfs. What do we got here? Reina is one of the strongest characters in the fucking game. In accordance with the overall direction of Reina has undergone adjustments, focused on moves, outstanding performance, and elements related to high combo damage. Yeah, fuck good, I hope. The fast initiating and long-reaching move, Ride in 4-4-2, has been adjusted to make it easier to evade with sidesteps in both directions. Fuck yeah, dude. Fixing its previous tendency to hit opponents moving to the left. Okay, full crouch down forward 4 had very high evasive properties despite their high return on hit. Yeah, they fucking did, man. That move is like a high crushing 15 frame full launcher on hit, and she can do that from so many different positions while crouching. As long as you do a move on Reina that puts her in a crouching status, she can just then execute down forward 4 on recovery. Doesn't even have to do the full crouch animation. Just do down forward 4, and Reina does the full launch. She does full crouch down forward 4 from just hitting down forward 4 if you were to do a move that puts her in crouching status. For example, Kazuya's forward 4 on block puts Reina in a crouching status. One of Kazuya's best moves. And Reina could take full advantage of being at -4 and in crouching status in the best way possible. She's now free to fucking launch with a high crushing launcher. Like, Kazuya is supposed to be at advantage there, but depending on what you do next, Reina could fuck you up for being the oppressor. Like, that's insane. Reina dictates the match in so many different ways, and full crouch down forward 4 is one of the reasons she's able to do that, as well as forward 4-2. Looks like they're nerfing both of these moves. So thank fuck. While the opponent is down 4-1. Oh, the stomp into the electricity. It's been nerfed as well, I guess. 1-1. Distance of the opponent has been reduced when the first hit connects in order to alleviate whiffing midway through. She didn't have as much of a problem as Kazuya did with this issue, but I'm glad they fixed it for her. 3-4, 3+4, 4, 4, 3+4, 4, 3+4 hold, so that's the roll move. This is the cartwheel into the kick. This is her, what is this, 2-2-2. Ah, that's her stupid bullshit string. Down forward, 3+4, 4. Man, full crouch, down forward, 4. All right, all the moves that you would think are really annoying cartwheel kicking moves that Reina has. Expanded the hurt box, alleviating situations where certain attacks would whiff. Removed the crouching status. Thank fuck. So she's still going to be susceptible to electric launch punish if she's doing these random fucking moves into the neutral. Alright, I hope even on recovery. So like when a Reina does a random 3+4, I should be able to electric her. Forward 1+2, 3 on counter hit, and down forward 3+4 on counter hit. Expanded the angle at which the move can transition into a strike throw. Okay, fine. Down forward 1-2. Hitbox has been adjusted to alleviate instances of hitting targets from areas other than the front. Cool, so she's not going to kick your ass from behind anymore with that Raiden. 4-4-2. Hopefully this is some good shit. Adjusted the size of the attack hitbox to make it less likely to hit opponents moving to Reina's right side. So if we now choose to sidestep left, we can dodge Raiden more. We'll see also if sidestep right is an option to deal with this move, but I doubt it because it's got Demon Paw properties, so it probably tracks the sidestep right somewhat still, even with this nerf. But we'll see. It's Reina, so she's probably still going to be having some bullshit, but we'll see. I still dabble with Reina every now and again because she's a fun character to use, and she's a Mishima, so I have to, use her once in a while, but I really don't enjoy using her at the moment, considering how ridiculously brain dead she is. I didn't have any difficulty getting her to the rank she is now. I think I got her to Fujin, and it was the easiest Fujin I ever got, so I don't really enjoy using her. I'm glad to see these changes are happening, and she's a lot more. You're gonna need a lot more to do well with Reina from the sounds of it. If 4-4-2 is nerfed now and you can sidestep it more reliably, then great. But at the same time, it's still a 12-frame move. I mean, you need a hard fucking read to sidestep that. That's not as big of a nerf as that should have been. I mean, Raiden is too fucking good of a move. It should be linear. Period. Not just stepping to Reina's right side. Like, sidestep left should not be the only thing that beats this. It should be sidestep right as well. And it shouldn't be a 12-frame move. This fucking thing should be 15 to impact or 16 to impact. Like Devil Jin and Kazuya's Demon Paws. Kazuya's is 17 to impact. Devil Jin and Jin's is 16 to impact. Hers is 12. Why the fuck? And it's got follow-ups that are all ridiculous with very limited counterplay. Like, man. I mean, yeah, Dick Jab beats pretty much every option she's got. But not the Power Crush, not Sentai 4, unless you delay the Dick Jab, but then that gets beaten out by Sentai 2. So, she has options to kill you, no matter what choice, no matter what you want to do. Oh, she sees that you Dick Jab a lot, now she's going to Power Crush, or she's going to do Sentai 4. Like, both of those are scary options. I don't know. This is... Raiden needs more nerfs. That's not good enough. Just thinking about it and deconstructing it in my brain, I can already tell it's not going to be good enough. So that's still going to be a problematic move. We'll see how it does. Expect a lot more Reinas in tournaments, considering how everybody seems to be going in the direction that this patch is taking everybody right now. So the stomp thing that she's got is getting reduced damage. First and second hit got a nerf. That's down 4-1 on a grounded opponent during Sentai 1-2. So that is the Power Crush that I was just talking about. The second hit is also considered Power to the Power Crush. It has been fixed so that, like the first hit, it is not possible to escape throws if the opponent's throw connects during the second hit's animation. Good. That is nice to see because I have seen multiple scenarios where throwing her out of this move fucked me over and not her. During Sentai 3, this is a ridiculous move. Fixed an issue where the move is incorrectly set as immune to attack reversals, and who cares? Expanded the attack hitbox horizontally to mitigate the issue of whiffing against opponents' sidesteps in certain situations. So you cannot sidestep Sentai 3 whatsoever now. Probably not even Lili can, or Zafina. Sentai 3+4 is the low. Hitbox around the main body has been expanded to alleviate issues of whiffing at close range. That's whatever. Heaven's Wrath 1+2. That is the power crush that she has from there. Fixed an issue where the tracking performance would decrease when certain inputs were performed. Alright, so Reina is not nearly nerfed enough, but still has somewhat decent nerfs, I'd say. I mean, these nerfs are good. I'm happy to see the 3+4 cartwheel bullshit is definitely getting nerfed. Full crouch down forward 4, removing the crouching status of that move. She's immediately in standing status the moment that you input the button. She's no longer fucking high crushing the entire time the move is active. So the moment that you have active frames, she's in danger. Good. It's how it always should have been. I just want to look at 2 more characters now. Steve and Victor. Those are the only 2 characters I care about from this point on. Zafina, I just scrolled to the bottom. She's got like a couple of changes to her. I dabble with Zafina, but it doesn't... I'll check her out in a second. But I'm skipping Shaheen, and I'm going to skip Chayu and Yoshimitsu because I don't really care about them, but feel free to check out the list in the fucking description if you need to. While standing 1+2. New command. Steve has Sonic Fang executable from a while standing position. Dude, fuck yes! Steve has a while standing 14 frame punish. That's fucking awesome! You don't have to punish everything with while standing 1-2 anymore. So at 11 frames, he's got while standing 1-2. At 13 frames, he's got while standing 2-2 into stance. And now at 14 frames, he's got fucking while standing 1+2. He's got a Sonic Fame from while standing position. That's probably a heat engager too, so he's got a 14 frame punish from while standing. That's a heat engager. They're making Steve viable now. Full crouch, down forward 4, or down forward 2. Startup of the attack has been changed from 18 to 16. Fuck yeah, man. Steve can punish shit now. That's awesome. Full crouch, down forward 2 is 16 frames to impact. Good shit, devs. Yes. No character should have 0 punishment from while standing, from crouching position. That's awesome, dude. Really stoked for Steve players, Steve mains, and I dabble with Steve, so that's a great change from me as well. That's fucking awesome. Alright, so Steve can threaten you big time from a crouching position. Full crouch down forward 2 is a big deal now. That's a legit fucking full crouch launcher now. That's awesome. Lionheart 1. The opponent's behavior on block has been changed. Opponent's recovery time has been increased by 5 frames. Wow. -4 on block now, Lionheart 1. Lionheart 1+2 is the guard break. Now deals chip damage on block. Added a reversal break effect. This makes the attack effective against common attack reversals, parries, and power crushes. Wow, Lionheart 1+2 goes through power crushes, reversals, and parries. Damn, Steve is a beast now. For all Lionheart transition moves, holding back allows the option to return to a standing position instead of transitioning into the stance. Transitioning into Lionheart allows for quicker movements, but being able to choose actions from a standing position improves control feel and expands the freedom of playstyle. So, forward 2-1 hold back. Heat engager or heat smash hold back. Down back 3-2 hold back. Back 2-1 or back 1-2 hold back. Up forward 3-2 hold back. While standing 2-2 hold back. Lionheart stance is optional now. That's sick. Alright, so Steve has been significantly buffed. Like, these are not small changes. He has a 14 frame while standing punish and a 16 frame while standing launcher. On top of that, he has no longer free fucking... He's no longer going to eat free fucking damage for doing some of his basic offense tools that he has to do. Now, after Heat Smash, he doesn't have to go straight into fucking Lionheart. Now, after back 1-2, he doesn't have to go into Lionheart. Dude's got some utility now. Steve is doing fucking great. Alright, Steve players, you don't have nearly as much to bitch about now. I don't have nearly as much to bitch about with Steve now. Looks like a lot of the bottom tier characters, Steve, Bryan, Kazuya, Paul, well, Devilgen's still shit, but Steve and Kazuya for sure got buffed. Paul got buffed. Damn, I'm impressed. And the last one I want to look at, I'll take a quick gander at Zafina, but the big one I wanted to see changed is Victor. So Victor is probably my least favorite character in the game right now, because he's such a bitch character. He's the definition of a bitch character. He seems to be the one character in the game that can carry anybody way further than they deserve. No other character can really say that as much as Victor can. And I really hope that changes going forward from this patch. So what do we got? During Heat, down back 1+2, hitbox around the main bodies are expanded, alleviate issues of whiffing at close range. New move, forward 4-2. By inputting forward 4-2 3+4, or forward 4-2 hold down, it is now possible to transition into EI stance on hit or block. That's kind of cool. Alright. So more interesting, more intriguing Victor gameplay. Forward 3, added punch parry effect from 5 to 10 frames. Expanded hitbox upwards to reduce the unintended ability to evade opponents' high attacks, and as it has been designated as a parry, it can no longer escape throws if grabbed during the move's animation. Cool. Alright. Down forward 1-1. Distance from the opponent has been reduced when the first... Why the fuck are these balancing... Okay. Apparently he's getting buffed, but whatever. Down forward 2. Okay, here's a nerf. Increase the recovery time by 3 frames on block and whiff. Increase the recovery time inflicted on the opponent upon block by 3 frames. To make it easier for the opponent to counterattack when the move is blocked or whiffs, the following changes have been made. So after down forward 2 connects on block, we can visually confirm it a little bit easier now and say, oh, hey, let's fucking punish that. Good shit. QCF 2, down forward 4-2, and 2-2-2. Expanded the hurt box, alleviating situations where certain attacks would whiff. I mean, down forward 4-2 is really just that's a pretty shit heat engager, because it's a high, so you can just duck. And 2-2-2 is the same exact thing, although that's his 12 frame punish, I think. So I don't really know a whole lot about Victor as far as his moves go. I just know how to the basic Victor counterplay, which isn't a whole lot, but I'm not seeing a lot of changes to that right now either. So let's keep going. Back 1-2, alleviating whiffing midway through the attack. Back 2, to enhance performance while maintaining the combo content on counter hit. The following adjustments have been made. Recovery time reduced by 3 frames. Reduce the recovery time inflicted on the opponent by 3 frames when the move is counter hit. The combo damage scaling after a counter has been changed from 70% to 90%. Previously, this move dealt 0 damage on hit, but now it deals 5 damage. 5 recoverable damage. This move cannot cause a KO. Alright, so back 2, I guess, is his parry. Back 1+2. This is the safe Power Crush Heat Engager. That stupid bullshit knife move. It's 19 frames to impact now, has shorter reach, doesn't track, and the hitbox horizontally has been reduced. Fuck yeah. So this move is way shittier now, but it's still -9 on block. So it's still abusable as shit, but it's a lot slower. So we can duck and launch this thing way easier, or you can sidestep it. There's multiple ways to beat this move now. So good. Victor players, you're gonna have to learn how to play Tekken. Sorry, but this shit, you're gonna get killed for doing this more than once per round now. So, good fucking luck. Up 1+2. Oh, Expedition! This is not in Heat, though. Up 1+2 outside of Heat. The tracking ability against sidesteps has been reduced. Thank fuck. Changed the damage from 40 to 37. Cool. Doesn't matter, because this is launch punishable in Heat anyways, or without Heat anyways. But the move in Heat is insane. Consumption of remaining Heat has been changed from 300 frames to minus 450 frames, minus 300 to minus 450. So it takes a lot more heat bar to do this move. Tracking ability against sidesteps of the first attack has been reduced. Change the damage of the first attack from 40 to 37. Adjusted the tracking performance of the moves so the second attack is less likely to connect when the first attack is evaded. Okay, so if you sidestep the first hit, you could still get hit by the second, so this move might be best beaten with a sidewalk. So if you anticipate Victor doing Expulsion and Heat, sidewalk the shit out of him, and you should be able to avoid this. The entire move, all of the hits, and the hitbox of the second attack is smaller now too, so you can sidestep both hits more easily. 442. This is the his bound move. The distance of the opponent on block has been reduced. Okay, so it's minus 17 on block, and the distance on block has been reduced. So you can't just spam this shit anymore. If you throw out 442, you're gonna eat a launcher. So Victor players, again, you're gonna have to learn how to play Tekken. Running 2, new move. Inputting running 2 3+4 or running 2 hold down. It's now possible to transition into EI stance on hit or block. The frame advantage on block is +5. So if you transition into EI stance with while running 2, then the move is still +5 on block. But here's running 2 without the new move thing. So this is just running 2 by itself without 3+4 or down at the end. Change the damage from 30 to 21. Sick. Adjusted the startup frames from 16 to 18. Fucking sick. Behavior of this, so it's going to be way easier to sidestep to the right, and it's not nearly as threatening. Behavior of the opponent on hit has been changed, so might not even knock down anymore if it doesn't even decrease the recovery time inflicted on the opponent by 3 frames when the move is blocked. So it's +2 on block unless you transition into stance, which dude, that's awesome. So running 2 actually requires some thought process. Do you want to just let the move rip? Are we going to place it appropriately? Or am I going to go into stance after or not? Like, there's so many interesting ideas now with this move. Instead of just while running 2, oh, he's fucking sidestepping 4-4-2 to catch him, oh, he's standing straight, fucking back 1+2 power crush heat engager that's safe. Bullshit. It's going to be a lot more. Victor players are going to need to know how to play the game. All you Victor players that are currently struggling to understand the mechanics of Tekken, and you're sitting at, mid blue ranks or something right now, because Victor has been so strong for you lately. I apologize for saying this, but you guys are about to get significantly demoted. I'm not trying to be a dick, but everybody who got to Raijin or Kishin rank with Victor because of Victor and not because you're good at Tekken, you're about to go back down to purple ranks and who knows, maybe even lower, because this dude, all the bullshit that he had is no longer even half as abusable if what I'm reading here is going to be as effective in real time as it sounds like it is on paper. So this is huge, man. The change was made to while running 2, considering that repeatedly using this move on hit or block was a powerful playstyle that overshadowed the use of other moves. You don't fucking say. Given that the adjustments to EI stance 4-2 tend to increase combo damage, the damage of this move itself has been significantly reduced. I love that. Dude, this is fucking great, man. 21 damage on hit, 18 frames to impact. Behavior of the opponent on hit has been changed. Who knows what that means? It might not even knock down anymore or counter hit launch. And it's only +2 on block unless you transition into stance, which is now a new addition. So Victor is not only harder to use and now requires a little bit more thought, and I haven't even finished going through his buffs yet, or his nerfs yet, but now he's got some buffs now all the rest of the shit that's going on is buffed stuff, but it looks like what they're trying to do with Victor is, sorry new players, this is no longer going to be a carry character. He's going to be a specialist character where you're going to need to know how to utilize his stances more and understand how to approach a player from a different perspective than just throw a bunch of shit in their face and see what sticks. Now you're going to need to know how to move. You're going to need to know how to transition into stance more effectively. You're going to need to know how to use his stance moves more effectively. We're going to see a lot more of the EI stance from Victor from what I'm seeing here. We're going to see more Perfumer's stance as well. Like, Victor is going to be an interesting character for the first time in Tekken 8. I'm excited for that. Because right now, he's total trash, and there's nothing interesting about Victor at all. And I'm super stoked on these changes. These look fantastic. They're really doing a killer fucking job on this patch. I'm blown away. Bandai Namco, you guys are doing fantastic with this one. Well, patch 1.05 looks like a total winner, man. Perfumer 1 has a buff. You know what? I don't even really care, because I can tell just by looking at these stances, there's damage buffs, there's a few frame buffs, whatever. That's what so what I just said is holding true. They want you to utilize his interesting mechanics and his stances a lot more than he has been having to do, and stop just abusing 3 or 4 moves with the character and getting yourself up to Kishin for free. You know, like, now you're gonna really have to figure shit out. So, good luck, Victor players who don't currently know what they're doing. You guys are in for a rude awakening. You're gonna get seriously wrecked going forward. But now, people who've been interested in the character, like myself even to some extent, I thought Victor seemed like a cool character until actually seeing him in practice, and then I was just disgusted by him and I wanted nothing to do with him. But now I might actually pick him up and see what he's all about, because he looks pretty interesting now. This is sick. And finally, I want to check out Zafina. She's got 3 changes real quick, and they don't seem to be all that big of a deal. But she's got some balancing buffs, so let's see what's going on. Down forward, 4-2. This is her wall carry combo ender. Adjusted the collision detection to mitigate the issue of swapping positions when the opponent is... Okay, that's fine. While standing, 1-2. That's her 15-frame launcher from while standing. Opponent's behavior on landing with the first and second hit has been modified. The second hit now launches the opponent into the air, allowing for more consistent follow-up attacks when the opponent is hit near the wall. To minimize the impact of these changes on the overall damage of aerial combos, the damage of the first hit has been adjusted from 9 to 8, and the damage of the second hit has been adjusted from 18 to wow, okay, so Zafina's while standing punishment has gotten a bit of a nerf. But that's okay, because she's really fucking good now. Zafina she should probably have some nerfs, to be honest. She got way too overbuffed last patch, and then other characters like Devil Jin has been significantly over-nerfed. I don't know, Devil Jin is seriously looking like the worst character in the game right now. Final thing here, during Scarecrow Stance 3. Hitting a crouching opponent to match the behavior when hitting a standing opponent. So it's gonna do the same animation now. This adjustment aims to mitigate the issue of the second hit whiffing in certain situations. Scarecrow Stance 3. Yeah, honestly, that's fine. Whatever. These are not that big of changes for Zafina. She's a cool character. She needs a little bit, a few more nerfs in my opinion, and she'll be a really, really solid character in the game. Right now, I think she's just too oppressive with her frames, and her movement is way too good considering how oppressive she actually is. And at this rate, she's looking to be one of the strongest characters in the game. Considering how shit she was 2 months ago, Zafina has gotten, like, way the fuck up the roster. Don't care about Yoshimitsu, don't care about Xiaoyu. Even though she is a busted-ass character, looks like they really haven't done anything to her. Xiaoyu is not really getting the nerfs she deserves, so I don't even want to look at that shit. But anyways, this is an amazing patch. Hope you guys enjoyed my fucking take on this. I'm absolutely fucking loving the changes that they did for my boy Kazuya. He is looking like an actual playable character now. Thank you, Bandai Namco. You finally did what we've been asking for the last 4 months, and I genuinely appreciate it. You guys pay attention to the fans, and we notice this shit, and thank you. It means a lot. So, on top of that, Devil Jin, though, I have to add, come on, man. Can we stop picking on Devil Jin now? I know he was S tier since Tekken 5, and now we're kicking the shit out of him in this game, but he doesn't need to be that kicked the shit out of him. He's really bad now. Devil Jin is arguably the worst character in the game. He needs some buffs next patch. How about for the next patch, you give Deviljin a decent 13 frame mid? That would be awesome. Like, give him a somewhat of a decent 13 frame mid that he can do punishment with. Like Kazuya's down back 1-2. Great 13 frame mid that he uses to whiff punish and block punish. Deviljin needs something like that. And then he'd be a usable character. But currently, you nerfed his best mid, and his Hell Sweep's range is shit. You still haven't increased the damage of the Heaven's Gate extension yet for any of the Mishimas. And his E-Smash got over-nerfed, so let's bring that up a bit next patch and maybe give him a 13-frame mid that's somewhat reasonably usable instead of just down forward 4-4, his Tsunami Kicks. Those are trash. It's -4 on hit, man. Like, come on. Deviljin needs a little bit of something. He needs a little bit of love. But between my two mains, you fucking nailed it with Kazuya. I will go on record right now and say that it looks like Kazuya is definitely going to be stronger than Deviljin going forward. I hope they give Deviljin some love in the future. But Kazuya is looking amazing. He's actually going to be like B tier or maybe even A tier if we're lucky. Damn, dude, Kazuya's looking good. So, epic ass list. I'm super stoked about this one. Let me know what you guys think down below. Much love. Keep rocking out and keep gaming.